Hey everybody, this 5-second technique will help you get rid of your haters forever. Now, I'm Levi Hunsaker. If this is your first time joining on my lives or catching this on the replay, drop below, put hashtag replay so I can, come back and comment and interact with you guys. But do you guys have haters? And sorry, just clicking buttons here. Got a little distracted with all the technology. So, do you have haters? And if the answer is yes, I remember the first time I had a hater show up on my page, like it stung. I was pretty ticked. And really that was more about my state of mind than anything else. So, what you've got to look at and think about is really, what is a hater? Now, a lot of times I think that we overuse this term. A hater, do you really have haters? Is there somebody so ingrained with hate that they want to see awful things happen to you, like personal injury or even death? That's a pretty bad hater, right? So instead, let's talk about the difference between haters versus trolls. Now, if we're going to go to the extreme and that a hater wants very bad things for you, a troll, that's the kind of people that kind of show up on your page sometimes. And really, I don't know if you guys have heard the story about the crabs in the bucket, but if there are a bunch of crabs in a bucket and one tries to crawl out up over the top of the side of the bucket, the other crabs will actually tear it apart. Now, in that story, that's kind of what happens when you get your trolls, right? There's something going on for them, and we might call these people posting negative things on your page, we might call them trolls, and that's might. But we're going to talk about the difference between why we would call them a troll and why we wouldn't in just a minute. And just remember that their unhappiness is more about them than it has anything to do with you at all. So we're going to talk about empathy today, but that is so huge in running your business and reaching out and actually giving a crap about people, caring about people. That's how we run our businesses successfully. And remember that hurt people hurt people. So if somebody shows up and puts a negative thing on your page, puts something negative where you can see it, they may need to say that in that moment, but that does not mean that you have to receive it. Now, I'm going to say that again. Just because someone else feels they need to say something does not mean that you have to receive it. That right there is true leadership. Being able to hear something and be able to respond objectively. Okay? So when you see people posting in disagreement on your page, that does not necessarily mean that they're a hater or a troll, right? That means that they have a disagreement. Can people have a differing agreement? Absolutely. So I'm going to actually challenge that convention and say, you know what? The people that have a differing opinion than you do, those are your greatest assets. Now, why would I say that? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Why would someone with a differing opinion than you be your greatest asset? If you need a couple minutes to think about that, go ahead and hit pause now, but let's get those dropped in the comments. All right, so the real question is, what is the value in their disagreement? And for me, it's perspective. If I can take someone else's perspective into account in my business, I can reach a greater audience. Perspective is huge. Perspective is everything in your business. So these people that may disagree, you can actually have some really good conversations and learn from them how to better reach more people. So people with a different opinion, keep those people close, keep them around. That doesn't necessarily mean you want negativity, but differing opinions. You don't want just a bunch of people thinking the same, because that's just group mentality think, right? You want a share and a flow of ideas, and that's when you can grow. All right. So when you have a real troll show up on your page, the first one, you know, I have people that they say some pretty nasty things online. And you just can't let that get to you. You got to grow a little bit thicker skin and realize that it's more about the space that they're in than anything else. It's not about you. So should you engage with the troll? Really, that's up to you. The question I like to ask myself is it worth the time? And why do we say that? That probably sounds harsh. Is someone else worth your time? Yes, people are worth your time. But are you the right person to help that person that's trolling your page? Maybe, maybe not. Only you can decide that for you. So, two reasons for me when I decide to engage a troll would be: the first is that I think that my message can help them now or some point in the future. But there's a second part of that. So, the first 1B would be they're even open to a discussion about it. If they are just closed-minded and stuck in their ways, there's not a lot that can happen there. Respond with positivity if you're going to respond at all. Okay. The second reason would be that you have a whole audience that's listening to you and looking at how you are going to show up as a leader. And that may mean that you want to give inspiration, you want to give a teachable moment, you want to demonstrate true leadership. And when you do that, what you're doing is you are teaching your audience something. The people that maybe aren't engaging, that are just kind of watching, maybe grabbing a bowl of popcorn and just sitting back and like, oh, what's going to happen? Right? These are the people that you want to be a true leader to. Okay. How you respond, they are watching. All right. The second thing that you got to think about when you consider responding to a troll is it going to be a good value exchange? If it's not, just cut them off. Block them, ban them, hide the comments, don't delete comments. It helps with your engagement, but it's okay to hide a comment and ban someone from the page that is only going to draw negativity. Now, why do we say that? You are building this platform. If it's on Facebook, if it's on YouTube, if it's on Instagram, yeah, it's somebody else's platform, but your page, your feed is your platform. And you are putting your blood, sweat, tears, time, money, effort, everything. You are putting yourself into that. And you don't need to let somebody else come and trample on that dream that you're building. Okay. You also have an entire following, an audience. Do they need that negativity either? You have to make a decision as a leader. Can I help this person, or are they going to draw negativity and bring down the people that I'm trying to help? Okay. Yeah. So there's a quote by Mark Hoverson. He talks about that his intention and focus when he goes to do, in this specific case, it was about email marketing, was to hopefully be the best part of someone else's day. Is that how you are showing up in your posts, your videos, your lives, the content you're sharing? Is that how you are showing up? Are you showing genuine care and concern? When you are able to do that, show genuine care and concern and show up and try to be that best part of someone else's day, that is the opposite of being a troll. Everything that you're doing is for someone else. Make sure that the content on your platform serves your purpose. You don't necessarily have to give a troll a platform and airtime on your stage. You don't have to do it. So decide what you're going to do and commit Know what you're going to do, know how you're going to help the people that you are going to help, and focus on them, because that's the service you're providing. So let's get down to it. The 5-second technique to get rid of haters forever. A, call them trolls instead of haters, because really, you don't really have very many haters that want terrible things for you. So that's the first thing. And the second, you're going to start going into critical thinking and decide, can I help this person? And can I make a difference? Or are they just simply a troll? And there's not much that engaging in a conversation will add value to my audience, your audience, right? That's the 5-second technique. Just decide that they're call them a troll instead of a haters. Guess what? If nobody's a hater, the haters are gone forever. And the second, understand who you can help and who you can serve and who is just a troll. And then get the trolls out of your audience. So the last thing I want to talk about is one of the greatest leadership traits is empathy. When we actually have true care and concern for our fellow human beings, that's when your business is going to expand. Okay. As a leader, you want to exercise and demonstrate empathy for the people that you are serving in everything that you do. How you are showing up, that is online, in your personal life, to your team, all of that. So really what you want to do is think about the type of people that you want to bring along with you. And when you can have empathy for other people, you are going to actually start attracting people that are ready to go, ready to build this business, and ready to follow you. So the last thing to remember is that a troll, they just might be having their very worst day they've ever had. Just remember, have empathy. See if there's a way that you can turn the situation around. And if not, give the people the dignity of no response if you cannot engage and add value. So just let me know down below if you guys got some value out of that. Put #value and let's connect and keep this going. So have a great night, everybody.